1 month ago. Two policemen are on a duty trying to protect something valuable. They look like as if they are going to piss on the spot. At this point, even a superhero is not able to stop the criminals. We are moved to another scene where we can see Green Lantern taking a breath of fresh air for the first time in a long time.
Man, I missed this. Okay, before I get too pumped, I should try this ring out. I was a test pilot after all, so why not do a little testing? What do we have here?
Let's go, demolition team. The sooner we're home, the sooner we can split the cash!
It is clear Criminals has everything planned in advance, but their day is not so lucky today. Green Lantern was just passing by.
This is going to be fun.
Greedy criminals slowly enter the premises, unaware of what was waiting for them.
What was that? Rosie, you hear that?
You have desecrated our sleep.
Where is it coming from?
That fog doesn't look natural, Rosie.
For this trespass we come for your souls. You into the sin eternity.
It didn't take too long for criminals to give up and run for their lives. It was the master act played by no one else but Green Lantern. For him, it was purely an act of fun, exactly what he's been looking for. In order to do that, he flew into the vast sky full of emptiness, testing the speed of the ring, but it was a huge mistake. After almost reaching the edge of the space, 330,000 feet above the surface, he started to fall. The scene is moved to the present day. We can see Hal, also known as Green Lantern, is going somewhere on his bike. He finally reaches the destination. The guy he's meeting is an old buddy of his.
Welcome home. How was your first day on the job?
About as great as the last day on the Corps.
It is clear Hal isn't loving the normal jobs. He gets fired from them in less than 24 hours. After drinking some beer with his old friend and talk about life, he is on his way to do something crazy the next day.
It's going to be fine, right? Only the future of this company depends upon this presentation, so I'm sure it's going to be fine.
Carol, are you okay?
Miss Ferris was shocked to see who was standing in front of her as their pilot. It was no one else but Hal himself. A big secret is about to be revealed.
Hey, you were in the mailroom, and what are you doing here?
Come on, Carol, you know me better than that. I may start on the ground, but I'm always going to be aiming for the sky.
So let's take a look at how Hal is able to go from mailroom job to becoming a pilot. 24 hours earlier, Hal is being introduced to the mailroom to pursue his current job. At 10:35 morning, he figures out his boss need a ride, so he helps him out. By 3:45, he submits the resume for a pilot job, and finally Hal is being honored becoming a Side-Ho pilot.
I'm sorry, Hal, this is Nathan, my boyfriend.
Fiance.
Fiance, wow, well congrats, nice to meet you.
Wait, Hal?
Miss Ferris goes into the plane nervously. Somehow Hal is making her nervous. This interaction sends us into one direction that maybe they had something going on in the past. Her boyfriend seems impressed by Hal, however Miss Ferris herself looks pissed at him for some reason. She even tries to warn him that Hal isn't as great as he talks. But her boyfriend just shrugs it off and makes a drink to their new beginning.
Passengers are abroad and we are ready to take off.
All right, kid, you want the job, so why don't we see how you do? Take us up, but remember, this isn't like those fighter jets you're used to.
As expected, Hal starts flying the plane and there they take off. At this point, the plane is smoothly floating in the sky. Hal notices Ferris and her boyfriend are getting cozy. He immediately breaks their coziness and decides to check up on them. He is obviously jealous. Anyways, what he does not realize is that this good day will turn into his worst nightmare in just a minute.
Let me wipe this up. I'll be right back.
Hal takes his chance and locks the door using his superpowers, probably buying some time to talk to Miss Ferris.
Sorry about the turbulence. Everything okay?
No, Hal, it's not okay. What do you think you're doing?
Why, Carol, I'm flying. It's what I was born to do.
No, you're here. Because, well, you know.
Know what?
You're here for me.
While co-pilot Hal was engaged with Miss Ferris, the main pilot was getting unknown signals on his radar. He looks very confused at this point, then suddenly...
What the...
John, where are you, John?
John was happily spending time with his mother on Earth Zero. However, John would still look and take glances in the sky, as if he was eagerly waiting for the Green Lantern ship to come. But John knows that those days are gone and time of lanterns are done forever. The evil force were about to take over the Lantern Zone forever, but something unbelievable happens.
It can't be.
I know you.
John Stewart has not been seen for over decades. The reason was because the core needed a power source. So he became the Watchfire, to keep the towers standing and the lanterns lit.
It looks like there is just 2 of us left.
Evil forces become angrier, but then the most powerful Green Lantern in the world speaks.
I am the lantern in the dark, the torch that batters back the night. Let evil cover in the light. Of all who wear the lantern's mark,